Thanks for joining me in this video on food safety and proper food handling. My name is Rachel and I'm a registered dietitian, and today I'm going to be reviewing some tips on proper cooking temperatures for certain kinds of food. Cooking food to appropriate temperatures, especially meats, fish, eggs, and poultry, is important to help prevent the spread of bacteria and foodborne illnesses. Since we are dealing with the coronavirus pandemic right now, I do want to point out that the coronavirus is not the same as a foodborne illness. Foodborne illnesses are usually bacteria related, while the coronavirus is a virus. Also, according to the FDA and the CDC, there's currently no evidence showing that food or food packaging is associated with the transmission of the coronavirus. However, being sure that we take into consideration proper food safety and proper food handling, including cooking foods to appropriate temperatures, is always important to help prevent cross-contamination in any situation. So I'm going to start with beef. We're going to go through a list of foods and the appropriate temperatures that they should be cooked to. So with beef, we're going to start with ground beef. It should be cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Beef roasts and steaks and chops should be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit after 3 minutes of resting time. To measure these temperatures, you'll want to use some sort of food thermometer. You can use a dial like this one, or this is another type of dial thermometer that actually is specifically for meat, and it actually has some of the safe cooking temperatures listed on it to help you remember in your home kitchen. So that comes in handy as well. You could also use a digital thermometer, something like this or this. So these are the kinds of things thermometers that you would want to use to measure the temperatures of your food. So we'll move on to poultry now. Any kind of poultry, chicken, turkey, whether it's ground or whole, a whole bird, legs, breasts, any poultry you want to cook to a safe temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Pork and ham are going to be different temperatures. Fresh pork, like pork chops, pork loins, you want to cook to a temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit after a 3-minute resting period. Pre-cooked ham, like sliced, already cooked ham, you'll want to reheat to a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving on to seafood, we'll talk about fish with fins, things like salmon, tilapia, cod, those kinds of fish fillets. You'll want to cook to an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Another sign that fish has been cooked properly is that the flesh has become opaque or a solid color and flakes easily with your fork. Moving on to eggs, for whole eggs, you want to cook those until the white and yolk are both firm. Cooking them to this point ensures that any bacteria has been killed. Sometimes, at home or in a restaurant, you might order an over easy egg with a runny yolk, or going back to beef, you might order it rare or medium rare. You'll notice that in restaurants they do have a disclaimer noting that foods that are undercooked or raw could have the potential to spread bacteria or foodborne illness. So it's just something to take into consideration. It doesn't often happen. People still eat foods that way, but if you are wanting to be sure that you have killed any bacteria that could cause an illness, these are the temperatures that you want to cook it to. You would want to cook your whole egg till the white and yolk are both firm. For egg dishes, like a frittata or a quiche, you want to cook to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. For casseroles or leftover foods, both of those you would want to heat or reheat to a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just going to go back to how you are going to use the thermometer to measure these temperatures. You want to put the tip of your thermometer into the thickest part of the food, or if it's all sort of one layer, you want to put it into the center to get an accurate temperature. This is not an exhaustive list of proper cooking temperatures. You can find a full list at foodsafety.gov. They have a safe minimum cooking temperatures chart that you can refer to. I hope that these tips have been helpful. Thank you for watching and stay safe.